Call Me Jacob by Marie Hubner and Iris Wolfermann. Matthew stood in front of the mirror. Suddenly he said, "Mom, I don't like my name. I want to be called Jacob." "Jacob?" asked his mother. "Like your cousin who skateboards so well?" "That's a lovely name, but I'm not sure you need to be called the same thing." Matthew, now Jacob, put on his pajamas. "I just think the name is cool." Matthew's mother chuckled and said, "So does that mean from now on I should call you Jacob?" "Exactly." "Then sleep well, Jacob." Matthew couldn't wait to share his new name with his friend Max. Mrs. Winkle, the baker's wife, waved to him. "Good morning, Matthew." "My name isn't Matthew anymore. From now on, my name is Jacob." "I had no idea," Mrs. Winkle said. "Well, then have a wonderful day, Jacob." "Hey, Max, I have a new name," Matthew yelled. "From now on, you can call me Jacob." "Jacob? Why Jacob? That's silly." "I thought it was a nice name," Matthew said. "It's all right," Max said. "Jacob it is then. I'll just have to get used to it." Volleyball was next. Matthew, now Jacob, was sure he'd be picked last. But of course, Lucas would be picked first. Lucas was fast as lightning and never missed the ball. "If only I'd be picked first," thought Matthew. Later that evening, Matthew's mother came into his room. "Good night, Jacob," she said. "Mom, I've thought about it, and Jacob isn't as cool a name as I wanted," said Matthew. "I want my name to be Lucas." "Lucas?" asked his mother. "Isn't Lucas your classmate who is so good at volleyball?" Matthew looked away from her. "Yeah, so I didn't even think of that. I just think it's a good name, that's all." "Ah," his mother nodded. "Then good night, Lucas." The next morning, the newspaper seller shouted, "Hi, Matthew." "My name isn't Matthew. My name is Lucas," said Matthew. Now Lucas. Today he felt big and strong. "Well, Lucas, all clear then," said the newspaper seller with a wave goodbye. In school, even before Max could say hello, Matthew yelled, "By the way, now my name is Lucas." "Lucas, like the volleyball show-off in our class?" asked Max. "Doesn't have anything to do with him. It's just a good name," said Matthew. "Come on, they're announcing the winners for the math competition. You definitely have a good chance of winning." He poked his friend in the side. "Lucas." Matthew, not Jacob, but Lucas now, felt very excited. He hoped that he would win a prize in math. He was the best, or at least the best in his class. They read off the names for first, second, and third place, but they didn't say Matthew. They didn't say Lucas. Instead, first place went to Evan, a fourth grader, just like last year. Matthew came in seventh place and got a certificate. Max patted him on the shoulder and said, "Cool, a certificate. That's really cool." "Mom, I think I want to change my name again," Matthew said to his mother. "I want to be called Evan. Now that's a good name." "Didn't you tell me that Evan Berger won the math prize today?" she asked. "Don't feel sad about the contest. You did a good job." "I am not sad. The name is just much cooler," Matthew said, giving his mother a determined look. "I'm sorry. I just thought, well, sleep tight, Evan," said his mother, and kissed him on the forehead. The next day it was raining. Today you'll have to take the school bus, said his mother, otherwise you will get soaking wet. When Matthew got on the school bus, the driver said, "Good morning, Matthew. Lovely having you ride with us today." "My name is Evan now," Matthew explained to him. "Oh, well, hopefully I can remember that, Evan," said the bus driver. When Matthew saw Max, he said, "By the way, my name isn't Lucas anymore. Now my name is Evan." "Geez, would you stick with one name? It's annoying," Max said. "Will you at least come to the library with me?" "Of course," said Matthew, "but only if you call me Evan." "Sure thing, Evan," Max said, and they ran to the library. Later that day, Matthew's father said Anna came by to drop off a letter for you, Matthew. "He's called Evan now," his mother said, smiling. "Well, if that's the case, then this letter isn't for you after all," said his father. "It says for Matthew." Matthew's, not Jacob's, not Lucas's, and now Evan's face turned bright red. He was so excited about Anna's letter. "Dad, can I please have the letter? You know that it's really for me." His father grinned and handed him the letter. "Dear Matthew, next week is my birthday. I want to take a bike ride out to our cabin in the woods. I would love it if you could come with us. We're meeting at 2 p.m. on Saturday at our house. Sincerely yours, Anna." Matthew beamed as he read the letter. Anna sent him, Matthew, an invitation. Unbelievable. He tucked it gently under his pillow. The next morning, Matthew was in a great mood. He whistled to himself. "Good morning, Jacob," Mrs. Winkle, the baker's wife, shouted. Matthew waved and crossed the street. "That's our Lucas," said the newspaper seller. Matthew smiled back. The bus driver leaned out the window and yelled, "Hey, Evan, need a ride today?" Matthew waved and kept walking. "So what's your name today?" Max asked his friend. "Matthew," said Matthew with a smile. "What else would it be?" Max raised his eyebrows. "Oh, you mean like the old Matthew?" Matthew started to laugh and said, "Or like the new one."